Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. There should be some settlement made for the kids. Any place we have for the kids? Okay. So we'll have to take them to a different place or a separate room somewhere. So Telugu translation is getting happen. Raghavenduram Prabhu is going to do Telugu translation, and there was a request for Hindi translation also. Huh? Chaitanya Karuna Sindhu Prabhu will do? Huh? Okay. So Prabhuji will do Chaitanya Karuna Sindhu Prabhu will do Hindi translation. So both of it will happen in the back. So when you go to the back side, you recognize your language and you sit. I don't know which side they are going to sit. Kids class, where it is going to happen? 203 kids class is going to happen. So It's a great sacrifice by the Mataji that they are going to miss the main class. Of course, they will hear it later. They will not miss anything. Okay, so it is when I just came here, I saw that it's a great surprise. Like we have offered a very opulent throne to the Lord. So like we couldn't offer everything real flowers. Some artificial flowers are there, but still it is very very opulent. So that's nice. So thank you, Archita Sakabu, for making the Lord really really glorious. Okay, so now I hope all the devotees got rooms and nobody is left out in the street. So everybody got nice prasadam also, right? Actually, okay, so we will offer our Mangalacharan prayers. So one request that devotees during Mangalacharan prayers, so we are going to offer the full Mangalacharan prayers, with all, in the yesterday in the train we were explaining. So starting from Om Ajnana Timirandasya, so that is offering the this one, offering the prayers to, or offering obeisances to the spiritual master. There's a lot of disturbance that is happening. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Haribol, the kids can be taken quickly. No, otherwise we'll delay the class starting. People have to completely settle down before we start. Hare Krishna. We can quicken the process. It's taking a long time. Huh? Okay. Anyways, so now we will offer the Mangalacharan prayers. I'll not describe it all in detail. So, but one request: devotees don't repeat. Like sometimes what happens, Mangalacharan prayers when it is recited, if devotees want to recite, they should recite it with lesser volume than the speaker. So most of the times, like speaker is like chanting the Mangalacharan prayers, and the audience is chanting something else only, and and sometimes they don't know the pronunciation, but they confidently chant the wrong pronunciation. So this is to avoid all those things. So please, all of you don't chant. You just listen to the prayers, and in that way, like you can meditate also, and the pronunciation and everything. After that, our inaugural session. Om Ajnana-randasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shri Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripapte मूर्तये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान धायिने प्रभवे नमः माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्री रूपानुभवक्तिद श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुभाविरुद्धाप सिद्धान्तद्वान्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बरसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुभावराय ते गौराविर्भावभौमेस्त्वं निर्दिष्ट सज्जनप्रिय वैष्णवसार्वभौम श्रीजगन्नाथाय ते नमः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते जयतां सुरतो पंगोर्मम मंद मतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्भोजो राधा मदनमोहनो दिव्यवृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नाहार सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद्राधा शीलगोविन्ददेवो प्रेष्टालीभिः सेव्यमानो स्मरामि श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुस्वनर्गोपिर्गोपीनाथः श्रियेस्तु नः तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण. So this is Jagannath Puri Yatra, but we are also trying to achieve many more things in this Yatra. So few of the things is that we want to get accustomed to the morning program, and in today's inaugural talk, we will also be covering some aspects of why this morning program is very important, what role it plays in our spiritual life. And then, generally, we are not able to attend morning program. So congregation, there's the devotees. So not often or seldom, we get to attend morning program actually. So here in the Yatra, please make sure that every day at 4:30, the Mangala Aarti, we are not missing. It is very, very 5 o'clock, sorry. Concession. So, okay. Anyways, it is good. When you quote a high price and then you reduce the price, you feel like buying it. So it's 4:30 it was, but then Achutko is very merciful. He has offered a concession, and I think now everybody will buy it. Nobody will miss it. So it is very, very essential. So today we will see how it is essential and why it is essential also. And then also this Mangalacharan prayers that we were singing today. So we will be repeating it often in every class. So what is the importance of this prayer? So this is also very important. So anything spiritual, we were explaining in the train while coming. So anything spiritual, we cannot access them by force. Spiritual means it is Krishna himself, and Krishna cannot be accessed by force. And we need to beg the mercy of the Lord. And Lord means what? Lord means not just Krishna. Lord means the spiritual master, the whole Guru Parampara, Panchatattva, and all their associates included. So we need to beg the mercy of all of them. So it is very difficult to organized way to seek the blessings and mercy of all of them. But if we chant this Mangalacharan prayers, everything is nicely organized, right? So that is why we should try to chant these prayers and invoke their mercy. So when they become merciful, then we will be able to access the the spiritual aspects. We can access the Dham, we can access the nectar of glories of the holy name or glories of the pastimes of the Lord. All these things can be accessed only by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, Guru, Gauranga and Krishna. So that is why we offer this Mangalacharan prayers, meditating on them and begging their mercy. Right? So now we have come to this very wonderful Dham, Jagannath Puri Dham. So what is the position of this Dham? What is this Dham all about? So there are many, many different ways in which it is, or many different pastimes actually glorify the Lord. So but very importantly for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, so we are called as Gaudiya Vaishnavas because we follow in the footsteps of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We practice Krishna consciousness in a particular way, right? So sometimes devotees ask, like, do we have other options, choices and things like that? So it is basically, we are stuck in this material world. It is in the well of material existence. And the great acharyas, they come and put the rope into the well, to rescue us, right? And we have caught hold of one particular rope, which is coming down in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara through Srila Prabhupada. So we become grateful also, for the person who is actually saving us. So in fact, when we are climbing using a particular using a particular rope, why are devotees actually? They're coming in the video. Okay. So आप लोग उधर बैठ जाइए, वो अच्छा रहेगा, है ना? आप भी उधर बैठ जाइए. So, like coming down in Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara, and we have caught hold of the rope, which is coming down in this line, and given by Srila Prabhupada. And when we are climbing, out of this well of material existence using a rope, and we try to catch hold of another rope, some other parampara or some other conclusions and things like that. So it is very risky. We will fall back into the well, and it is not the way that we access the Lord, right? So in the Dham, we will also have many shopping options. Like people go for shopping. It's very good, so we should do. But sometimes there is also spiritual shopping happening here. Spiritual shopping means many different people with their own philosophies. They are put out their stalls over here. And they try to convince people. Saying, hey, what you are practicing in ISKCON, it is not very much high form. I will be better. Then we should be very confidently, we should say, I have been saved by Srila Prabhupada. By this, I was rotting in this ocean of material existence, in this well of material world, and I have been saved by the grace of Srila Prabhupada. And I will stick on to him. He will definitely take me back to the spiritual world. I will definitely stick on to him. So that is very, very essential. So now we have caught hold of this rope of this parampara. And from the drishti, from the way the Gaudiya Vaishnava sees, like how he sees these different dhams, so we should also see in this particular way. So the Jagannath Puri, what it means to us. So Jagannath Puri is called as Shankakshetra, Sri Kshetra and many, many different names. So but for us, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, so there is the important perspective. How do we see this dham? So traditionally, this dham was manifested in form of two hills. So one is called Sundarachal and another is called Neelachal. So Sundarachal is nothing but Gundicha temple. We will be going today. So now it appears to be flat. From Sri Mandir to Gundicha, it appears to be a 3-kilometer flat road. But before it was two different hills. Sundarachal means the beautiful hill, and Neelachal is also a beautiful hill, which is of blue in color. Right? So these two hills were present. And the Sundarachal represents the Gundicha, or Gundicha also, it represents Vrindavan. And Neelachal, it is, on top of Neelachal is where Lord Jagannath's temple is there. So that is called Sri Kshetra or Sri Mandir. Why? Because it is the Mandir of Lakshmi Devi. Sri, goddess Lakshmi. And it is also compared to Dwaraka or sometimes to Kurukshetra. So so this is called the Sri Mandir. And we know as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, so we worship, whom do we worship? Whom do we worship as Gaudiya Vaishnavas? Radha and Krishna. So not even Krishna in Dwaraka, Krishna in other places, where he is married with 16,000 wives. We glorify, we talk about those pastimes, we appreciate all of them. But we worship the Supreme Lord Krishna as the son of Nanda Maharaj, as the resident of Vrindavan, as the dear darling of Srimati Radharani. So that is the form of Krishna we worship. So, but here in Jagannath Puri, like it is considered to be one of the important dhams, for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So three very important dhams are there. So one is the Mayapur, Vrindavan and Jagannath Puri. So, and we are worshippers of Krishna with Srimati Radharani. So why Jagannath Puri, which is an important dham, and here Krishna is worshipped with Lakshmi Devi? Why is it so? So it is a very important thing to understand. So in fact, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there in South Indian Yatra, so that time he had been to Sri Ranga Kshetra, and there he was staying in a devotee's house, Venkata Bhatta. And there was a small discussion like whether Lakshmi Devi or Vaikunta is better than like this one, or there is a discussion between the Vaikunta Bhakti and the Vraja Bhakti. So, and it was mentioned that like Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, finally he concludes the discussion saying that, so Lakshmi Devi, if she is consort of Krishna, and if she is consort of the Supreme Lord Vishnu, and Krishna is non-different from the Vishnu, so then like why is it she not allowed into the the intimate pastimes of Krishna and like the Rasa Leela, and Lakshmi Devi had to perform tapasya, and even after performing tapasya she was not given entrance into the like the Leelas of Vrindavan. So then Venkata Bhatta told like, no, my intelligence doesn't work, so like so I am worshipper of Lakshmi and Narayan, so for me like they are the topmost, and you have put me a proposition like this and it is very difficult for me to answer. So actually in fact, Lakshmi with all her opulence and no pomp, she cannot enter into the Vrindavan because the mood of Vrindavan is completely different. So it is like very, very top. Dasya Bhav in Vaikunta Dasya Bhav cannot enter into the Vrindavan Leela, which is also especially the Ras Leela, which is in the Madhurya Ras. So there is an incompatibility that is there, so she is not able to enter. And now here we see Krishna is worshipped with Lakshmi Devi. So why is it so? So it is a very important thing. Of the three dhams that we have actually mentioned, so Vrindavan is the topmost of all. And why? Because we worship Krishna as son of Nanda Maharaj and as the consort of Srimati Radharani. And Krishna, when he is worshipped in accompaniment with Govardhan Hill, Yamuna, so that is the proper way, and that is a proper setting in which we actually worship Krishna. And why do we then worship Mayapur? So because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared there and he started giving visa to Vrindavan from there, So otherwise nobody can enter Vrindavan. So if we want to enter into Vrindavan, so we need to get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We need to get the mercy of, first we should go to Mayapur, get the visa stamped, So then after that we can, try to go to Vrindavan. So okay, fine, now we understand. So like Navadvip, is also in other way, like it is also Vrindavan. All the aspects of Vrindavan is there in Navadvip. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, he is present. And in our Mayapur Chandrodaya Mandir, so we worship Shri Radha and Madhav, So there it is non-different from Vrindavan. So we worship Mayapur also. The mood is intact, the Vraja Bhakti and the Vraja mood is completely intact. So it is safe, Mayapur is also our dham. But what about Jagannath Puri? Here the contradiction is, Krishna is worshipped with Lakshmi Devi. So why is it so? Here the mood is that, in the, if we see, there is 5 different ways in which we can actually have relationship with Krishna. That is Santa, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. And most of it is present in Vrindavan. Almost all of it is present in Vrindavan. And specifically the Dasya, Sakya and Vatsalya and Madhurya, and more specifically, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya is more present, like friendship and parenthood, and also the being a lover to Krishna. So amongst this, the topmost is Madhurya Ras, like the worship performed by the gopis. And amongst that, also two divisions are there. So one is like associating with Krishna physically, and the next is like serving Krishna in separation. And all the acharyas have very detailedly and elaborately explained that how worship in separation to Krishna is very, very high. And Jagannath Puri is a dham where it is Vrindavan at its best. So Mayapur is non-different from Vrindavan. And here Jagannath Puri is Vrindavan at its best. So why? Because the topmost rasa that is there in Vrindavan, so that is the only rasa present in Jagannath Puri. So in Jagannath Puri, the service to the Lord is done in separation. So that is why the Gundicha, which is considered to be Vrindavan, which is almost all the year, it is like without the presence of the Lord. The Lord is not present there. And almost all the time, the devotees of Vrindavan are in feeling the separation of Krishna. And almost all the time, Krishna is there with like in Dwaraka, with Lakshmi Devi and with all his consorts. So even in in Krishna book also we see in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is Krishna is performing so many various pastimes. He's going and killing demons, he's ruling, and he's having many different interactions with the residents of Dwaraka, and all those things are happening. But what happens in the night is that so the consorts of Lord Shri Krishna are present by his side, but still Krishna in sleep he's calling out the names of the devotees of Vrindavan. And the residents of Dwaraka, they keep wondering, so what did we do? What shortage of service that we are actually rendering? So why is it that whole day Krishna is there with us, but in his subconscious state? I don't know what is subconscious state for Krishna. So Krishna is fully conscious all the time. This natural state, he is always thinking about Vrindavan. He is always thinking about the residents of Vrindavan. So, why is it so? They are not able to figure out, and they try to do best of their service. They try to render all possible ways, they try to satisfy Krishna to their best capacity. But still, when Krishna in his natural position, he is always attracted to his devotees in Vrindavan. And this mood is very prominently present in Jagannath Puri. So where Jagannath is a form of Krishna, wherein he is feeling separation from the residents of Vrindavan. So that is when he actually manifests this form of Jagannath. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, another very important personality in the Puri Dham. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent maximum of his manifest pastimes in Sri Jagannath Puri, feeling the separation from Krishna. And it will be very amazing. We are following in the footsteps of our acharyas, and if you see, if you follow that, we cannot enter the temple of Jagannath. So why? Because none of our acharyas entered the temple of Jagannath. So Haridas Thakur, he didn't enter the temple of Jagannath because he was born in Muslim family. And it is not that people stopped him from entering. So he himself was feeling, I am so low. I am so sinful. I cannot enter the temple of Jagannath. And Rupa and Sanatan, they were born in Saraswat Brahman family. Very, very, very amazing family. But in middle, they actually took job of the meat eater, the Nawab Hussain Shah. I don't know, how many of us have worked for a meat eater in the past? All of our company bosses are vegetarians. Krishna Bhaktas. Almost all of us would have worked for some meat eaters, right? So, but we are, by the mercy of the Lord, we are getting in the entrance into the temple. So, they were feeling that, we are very, very, fallen. We are very unfortunate that we, had to work for somebody like that. And on top of it, our consciousness is so bad, my consciousness is not that pure. And even if somebody comes, even if the pujari comes, for worship, and on the way, if he meets me, I'm such a fallen person, he will get contaminated. So they have to take a bath again. So I'm so contaminated, so I should not go in the path, not even in the vicinity of Jagannath temple. So that is how they used to reside in Jagannath Puri, but they would never go to Jagannath temple. And on the contrary, we see Jagannath, Krishna himself in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Every day he used to visit, these great devotees, Haridas Thakur, Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami, so all of them. So they were all residing in Jagannath Puri. So now, this mood of intense separation from Krishna, so that is a mood of worship that is happening in the Jagannath Puri, right? So here, in fact, like when Jagannath comes out for Rath Yatra, he has to take permission of Lakshmi Devi. He'll say like, no, very quickly I'll come back. No, just allow me. I'll go to Vrindavan and come back. Not just 3 kilometers away. And he's allowed. And Jagannath very happily, blissfully, actually goes in the Ratha, to Gundicha. And then after 2-3 days, he's not returning back. And Lakshmi Devi comes to Gundicha and she angrily breaks Jagannath's crown, and then there is a big fight that's happening. This is all ritual that is there. The whole Jagannath Puri, all the rituals that are happening is nothing but the pastimes of Vrindavan and Dwaraka. So that is how the ritual is happening. The Jagannath Puri Rath Yatra means the devotees of the Lord, they are trying to drag Krishna from Dwaraka or Kurukshetra to Vrindavan. And there Lakshmi Devi will go, and the Pandas of Lakshmi Devi and the Pandas of Jagannath, both of them will have a nice fight. It's part of the Rath Yatra festival actually. And then finally, on behalf of Lakshmi Devi, they will break the crown of Jagannath. And then Jagannath, after a few days, with a with a sorry face, he'll come and he'll beg Lakshmi Devi, please allow me inside the home. So without you, how can I live? Please let me in. So like that, all this begging and all those things, it's happening. So that is this one. So this dham is Vrindavan at its best. That is why this is also a very important dham for all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. The 3 most important dhams are Vrindavan and Jagannath Puri. And apart from it, we have Jaipur, where the Lord, our original deities of Vrindavan are residing. And then also we have many other places where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally visited and our Acharya stayed and things like that. So, but the primary dhams are these 3, right? So now, this is the foundation with which this dham is existing, the mood of separation, the intense mood of separation. In fact, this is the dham, out of all the 3 dhams, the greatest intensity of bhakti is practiced. So that is why it is very, very special. So again, I'm sorry, every place we go, every festival that comes, we always tell, this is the best, So we should see that, when you're going to purchase a vehicle, you'll find many different, features, In some vehicle, the top speed is good. In some vehicle, the road grip is good. In some vehicle, the space is good. In some vehicle, the dicky space is good, and things like that. So in that way, we have all the things which are present in Krishna consciousness is all at its best. So in different ways, in different features, right? So here we are seeing that Jagannath Puri is the best of all dhams in the manner that it is founded on the topmost the topmost rasa of Krishna consciousness, right? So the Vipralamba Bhav, right? So from here, now we will see a little bit of the origin of Lord Jagannath. So as we mentioned, the dham's foundation is of the mood of separation. And the Jagannath also came, the reason behind is also very much similar to this, embodying this particular mood. So here there was a king called Indradyumna, and he was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, and he always wanted to have darshan of Lord Vishnu. And one of the sadhu, he visited the kingdom, and he told that there is a form of the Lord in the form of Nila Madhav, and he's residing on top of the Nilachal mountain. And if you can have darshan of that Nila Madhav, so then all your desires will be fulfilled. It is as good as seeing the Lord personally, face to face. So then king developed desire to meet, to have darshan of Nila Madhav, and he deputed different brahmanas in different directions to find out Nila Madhav. And everybody came back not able to find. So but one brahmana was not coming back only, Vidyapati. So he had come to this area, and in this area there were many the Adivasis, like they were not the cultured people, so they are like the Sabaras, like they are residents of this hilly region. So they were there, and this when Vidyapati, the Brahmana, he actually came for the first time. Like he went to one of the houses of these Adivasis, and there the master of the house was not there. Only his daughter was there. So he was made to wait, and after some time, this what is his name? Vishwavasu, right? So like he was, after some time the like Sabara came, and then because a guest had come to his home, and that too a Brahmana guest, like he gave nice reception, and then he like engaged his daughter in the service of the Brahmana, and then the days passed, and also like he was requested to stay there for some time. So he was also staying, and because he had a clue that maybe somewhere in this area, like the Neelamada would be there, and eventually, like he also got some signs that there is something is there here. So just to ensure the success of the project, he also got married to that Brahman, the Sabara's daughter, and he would see a peculiar thing that is happening. Every night, this Sabara would go out somewhere, and he would come only the next afternoon. And when he comes back, like he would be having very nice fragrance in his body, like amazing fragrance, which is like out of the world fragrance. And this Vidyapati, the Brahmana, who's deputed by the king, he was seeing like, what is this phenomena that is happening? And one day he asked his wife, that is daughter of this Sabara, so like what it is happening. So then actually she was told by her father not to reveal anything about the worship of Neelamada, right? So because they always had the doubt, something is going to happen. Even Srila Prabhupada actually predicted that the foreigners are not allowed entrance into the temple, only Hindus are allowed entrance. So Prabhupada told that you people execute Krishna consciousness so nicely and preach the message of Krishna consciousness so nicely that Jagannath will go, Jagannath will go to you. So here also people have some kind of a fear that Jagannath may go to Russia or somewhere, so that is why they don't allow. So this Vidyapati, this Sabara Vishwavasu, he also had similar kind of this one, probably. So that's why he was not revealing this thing. And his daughter also was told not to speak about this worship of Neelamada. But then, she blurted out saying like, my father goes to worship Neelamada. The moment he heard the name Neelamada, and that is the whole project, to find Neelamada. And the moment he heard that name, he became very jubilant. And then, he was requesting his wife to request the father, that his father-in-law, that, somehow take him there. And one day, he was blindfolded and he was taken there. And while taken there, he had some few mustard seeds. He was just pouring it on the way, so that future plants will come, and then we can find out the Lord. So he made this arrangement, and then he was taken there, and he got the darshan of Neelamada. And when he got the darshan of Neelamada, he was spellbound, completely amazing. So then Vishwavasu went into the forest to collect some fruits, roots, and some flowers and things like that for the worship. And by the time he sees that a crow which was standing on a branch of a tree, so that Akshayavata, what is that? Rohini Kunda, and then the tree is Akshayavata. So on the tree, this crow was standing, and he slipped off and he fell down. And in the train also, some kids they slipped off and fell down from from their birth. So something similar. Slipped off and fell down from there, and it fallen into the kunda beneath, Rohini Kund. Now that Rohini Kund is very small, we'll be able to have darshan of that, and Sudhir Gopal will describe it in more detail later. And this crow fell into it, and then immediately it assumed a 4-arm farm and got liberation. So then this guy, Vidyapati, he also got, I want to go back to Godhead right now. So he climbed to jump into the kund. So but then a voice came, your project is to go and inform Indra, focus on your service. So he was informed, and then immediately he got down from the tree, and later he went back. And then Neelamada also told that no, you are taking darshan of me, and like he told to the Sabara that no, all this time I was accepting your simple worship. Now I want a kingly, no, Rajbhog, Raj worship, no, like opulent worship. So then immediately the Sabara became very protective. No, he was thinking, I will lose the service. No, I will lose the service of worshipping the Lord. Right? So sometimes, like we also schedule, in different bhakti centers, we schedule deity worship, and sometimes an extra deity worship comes. No, Prabhuji, like no, I did the service already. No, so why are you assigning me again? So, but here a reverse was happening. This guy was serving, all the days, every single day, and every night he would go and worship the Lord and come back the next afternoon. So much, austerity he was taking to worship. And now the Lord is telling, enough of your worship, I'll go to the king and I'll receive better worship. And the Sabara is not able to handle it. No, he developed so much deep attachment to the deities that he was not willing to part with the deities. So now, what did he do? He only if Vidyapati goes and tells to the king, then only there is some problem. No, he actually bound Vidyapati in his home and he kept him there, imprisoned. So he couldn't go. So then finally, at the request of his daughter, that is wife of Vidyapati, he was let loose and he went and told the king. And the moment the king got the news, immediately he came, tracing the path of that mustard plants, and they reached there. And the moment they reached there, the Lord was invisible. So then, this is the mood which I was talking about. The whole Jagannath Puri, the foundation is laid down on the mood of separation. The king, for next many years, he actually got the news, Lord spoke to him saying that I will appear, not in this form of Neelamada, in the form of Daru Brahma, in the form of the Supreme Lord in the wooden logs, right? So I will appear in that form. So, but then, it took some time. It is not that it's going to happen very quickly. The process is very slow. The Lord appears on his own pace, actually. And all this while, Indradumna was in deep mood of separation. He came all the way to have darshan of Neelamada. And if the Lord says, okay, I will give you darshan after maybe 10 years, 20 years, something like that, okay, I can make some plan. Lord doesn't give a date. And he just increases the desire and he just gives a hint, yes, I am here, you come, and all those things, and then he vanishes. So this is the way the Lord actually increases the desire of the devotee to meet him, right? So this is the foundation with which this Jagannath Puri Dham is actually, built. So then, Indradumna, he does a lot of tapasya, and then, many different things happens, and then finally Jagannath appears. Maybe in the future classes you will hear about, all those pastimes, how the Lord actually appeared, in the Daru Brahma form. So now I'll just try to focus on, a few other important aspects. So when Indradumna, when he performed a sacrifice, when he invited Lord Brahma, and Lord Brahma performed a sacrifice, at that time there was a lot of cows that were given in charity, and the hoofs of the cows, they actually created a pond. That is called Indradumna Sarovar. So today we will be going to this place also. So I'm just trying to highlight which all places today we will be going. So Gundicha we will go, and the Indradumna Sarovar also we will go. And in that yajna, Lord Brahma actually installed a Narsimha deity, and he performed worship to Narsimha, Lord Narsimha. So that's how the whole ceremony was started. So this Narsimha Dev, some say that Narsimha Dev, which is there within the campus of the Jagannath Puri temple, Sri Mandir, and some say it is the Narsimha temple that we are going to see today, behind the Gundicha temple. So there are different, this ones are there, and we will also see Neelkanteshwar Mahadev today, right, on the bank of Indradumna Sarovar. So there are 5 Kshetrapalas, 5 Lord Shiva deities. So in all the Vishnu Kshetras, we will find Lord Shiva deities, who are the Kshetrapal, who protect the Kshetra. And here the 5 Lord Shiva deities which are there, they are considered to be also non-different from the 5 Pandavas. And today the Neelkanteshwar Mahadev, whom we will visit, is non-different from Sahadev, right? Sahadev. So these are some of the places that we will be visiting today. And then we see that the Lord, he resides in Dwaraka, like Sri Mandir. And then the Lord's topmost devotees, they are in separation from him. They reside in Gundicha, right? And then not satisfied to see Lord Krishna in Dwaraka, so they once in a year, they actually perform. Thank you. They perform this pastime of pulling Lord Jagannath, to Gundicha, to Vrindavan. So that's a very nice this one. So they drag Lord Jagannath to Gundicha. So essentially this dham is existing in the mood of separation. And how is it in connection to our mission? So like what are we supposed to do in this particular dham? So we see that the very seed of our Krishna consciousness or the mission of Krishna consciousness is born in this wonderful kshetra of Sri Jagannath Puri. So we know that Krishna consciousness started off with Madhavendra Puri, and then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and all these wonderful pastimes happened. And after the departure of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for a quite long period of time, there was this Krishna consciousness was practiced by very few people and genuinely. So there were other imposters, other people. So they started dressing like the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, and they started performing all sort of sinful activities. In fact, at one point in time, like if somebody says I'm a Gaudiya Vaishnava, people would say like this is a very sinful person, is a very low class person. So these people put on the dress of a sadhu and they will do all sort of nonsensical activity. So that is how degraded it had become in the middle period. So then Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, so they were two very powerful acharyas. They actually uprooted all this nonsensical this practice of Krishna consciousness or external practice of Krishna consciousness, and they brought back the actual pure form of the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he resided in Jagannath Puri, and he was actually praying for a ray of Vishnu, a powerful ray of Vishnu who could actually spread this mission of Krishna consciousness, who can actually lay a very, very powerful foundation for a worldwide propagation of Krishna consciousness. So this was a prayer of Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and answering that prayer, the Lord actually gifted Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in this very dham, just next to our Nilachal Bhakta Nivas. Niladri Bhakta Nivas. What? Niladri Bhakta Nivas. So just next to our Bhakta Nivas, I think if we open the curtain this side or that side, this side, right? So if you open the curtain, we will see the building. Just the next building, next to next building is the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's birthplace. So that is where he was born. And in fact, we see that all of us are traveling so far distance to come to take darshan of Jagannath. And like during Rath Yatra, Jagannath was passing by, and that time Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was a newborn baby, very small baby. And that time Jagannath actually stopped, in front of the house. Generally it happens, Jagannath stops, the Ratha, for no reason suddenly it stops. If a technical engineer is there, he will get frustrated. No technical problem is there, but still it is not moving. Why it is not moving? So then people would do so many things, even during Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time. So the Jagannath Ratha, they would try to pull, but the Ratha would sometimes stop and it would not start at all. And then they would engage elephants to pull. Still it will not go. And finally, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will go and touch his head to the Ratha, and the Ratha will start moving like zoop. So in that way, many times it happens. And this time also, the Ratha actually stopped in front of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's house or Bhakti Vinod Thakur's house. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur was the magistrate, and the Jagannath temple administration was at that time during British rule. It was under the magistrate's control. And he was the Ratha stopped there, and they did so many things. For how many days it stopped? 3 days or 7 days or something like that. For a long period it stopped, and it is not moving only. So then finally, actually, like the mother was having periods or something like that. She was not coming out, and after few days, she actually brought the child. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and when the child was brought, immediately the Lord's garland fell on the child, and then after that, the chariot actually proceeded. So see the contrast. When great acharyas come, who have so much intense devotion to Krishna, Krishna actually stops to take darshan of them. No, so for us, like we have to come and take darshan of the Lord, and for the great acharyas, the Lord actually comes to give darshan, to them. So here, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur appeared here, and also our dear Srila Prabhupada, in his childhood pastimes in the Leelamrit, we can actually see that every time he would go and check, the train ka timetable. When is the Puri's train? When will I be able to go to Puri? He was he was constantly thinking about that, and he would hear about the pastimes of Ratha Yatra. He has not seen anywhere, but still, he made a child, like a play Ratha, so small Ratha, that was made. So, and then, like it is mentioned that Srila Prabhupada expertly organized. He was a very expert organizer right from the childhood. He expertly organized the Ratha Yatra. He gave the boga cooking service for somebody, like pulling service for somebody and decoration for somebody. He expertly organized everything, and he held this festival. So, back when he was a small child. So that is a glory. All the acharyas of our line, they had very, very deep connection to Jagannath Puri, right? So, and like we see that the acharyas, they gave two very important things to all of us. That is our mission, right? So our mission is that, like the acharyas give two very important things. One is to intensify our devotional service, and second thing is to distribute the Krishna consciousness to one and all, to people in general. So these are the two very important service. And for the first one, they have gifted us the morning program. So the morning program comprises of few very important aspects. So one is the Mangalarati. During that time we chant the Guru Ashtaka. So we first thing in the day, like we come in front of the Lord and we offer Aarti to the Lord and we glorify the spiritual master. So many times devotees ask, why is it, in ISKCON it is happening like this? We should glorify the Lord, the first thing. It is very important to glorify the spiritual master. So because of the mercy of the spiritual master, we are able to approach the Lord. So the first thing in the day is we remember the qualities of the spiritual master and we glorify the spiritual master. We glorify Srila Prabhupada. So then we start with the Narasimha prayers, offering prayers to Lord Narasimha to protect our greatest treasure. What is the greatest treasure that we have? Devotion to Krishna. I think it is missing. So devotion to Krishna is the greatest treasure that we have, and we should try to protect it by all means. So we offer prayers to Lord Narasimha, and then we offer prayers to Tulsi Maharani. So Tulsi Maharani prayer is very, very important, very amazing prayer actually. So in that prayer we request the Lord to accept us as one of the resident of Vrindavan and get a service in that in our ultimate home, Sri Vrindavan Dham, get a service as a servant of Srimati Tulsi Devi, right? So I heard one joke, one devotee was about to get initiation. And then he told that final moment he came back and he told that no Prabhu, I don't want to get initiated. You were chanting 16 rounds, you took Prabhupada Ashraya, everything done. Now why are you not taking initiation? No Prabhu, in Tulsi Aarti, what is that? Karo Nija Dasi. It is mentioned that you please make me your servant, and Dasi means female servant. And this person had a very great male ego. How will I become a female servant of Tulsi Maharani? So I don't want to become a female. So, and because of that, he was not going for initiation. So, we are Gaudiya Vaishnavas, and we want to follow in the footsteps of Srimati Radharani. So a caution, I don't want Prabhujis to dress up in saris tomorrow. That's called sahajiya. That's called in a, what is that, in a imitation or very cheap imitation. So that's not the way we want to approach the Lord. No, we genuinely want to perform devotional service, and whatever way Krishna actually accepts us, no, in the service in the Goloka Vrindavan. So we will serve. No, that's in the next life. No, this life, no, we will be as it is. No, don't worry about changing your dress code. Right? So, like, anyways, this prayer of Tulsi Marani is very, very important. No, so like where the intense devotion to Krishna is begged for. No, so that is very important for us. And then we chant the Sikshashtakam. So the deepest meditation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. No, the crest jewel of all the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that we sing. And then, preparing the mood for chanting the names of the Lord, we chant the 10 offenses that needs to be avoided before we chant the names of the Lord. So we do all these things and then we chant the names of the Lord. And then after that we offer Guru Puja. So these are all very, very essential aspects in Bhagavatam class. So this is an essential aspect, for all the practicing devotees. So back at home, we have to do all these things. If we don't have so much of time, then based on the advice of our seniors, so we should try to do a program, morning program early in the morning. It's very essential, comprising of all these important elements, right? So and whenever it is not whenever possible, actually in fact every weekend or in fact every day also, if devotees can travel and come to IBC, any one of the IBCs, and perform Mangalarti, that will be a great thing. So then we will really be able to make progress. So you see, we have in Kali Yuga, we have been offered a concession. What is a concession? In the past, people would travel to the Dham, by walk. We have been offered a AC train. Okay, some people have been offered a flight. And in the Dham, a person is expected, a devotee is expected to go through a lot of austerities. But that also we have been given AC room, an AC hall to hear Krishna Katha. And if we are too tired, we can sleep also in the class. So much of concession is given. But only one austerity is very essential. That is the morning program. And two austerities. One is morning program, another is going out full on for preaching mission. So these two things are very, very essential for a devotee. This is the thing that has been asked from us, by the acharyas. So they have relaxed so many things. Now I've given a big list of what all relaxation we have got. So after all this relaxation, we are requested, or we are being ordered by the acharyas to perform this morning program very seriously and perform this preaching, taking part in the preaching mission very seriously. If we can do these two things, then our perfection is guaranteed. We will very quickly go to Krishna Prem, right? So it is very, very important. So we should try to do these two very important things. And I was just saving some little bit of time for Jagannath Ashtakam, and our Achitu wants by 9:45 a.m. So now still we have a little bit of time. Hopefully we should be able to, today probably we may sing the Jagannath Ashtakam later in the day, or I'll try to accompany with this one. So we will try to study the meaning of Jagannath Ashtakam in brief, and you all can go back and study the meaning in the songbook or in whichever app that you have. So it is very essential. We have come to the Dham of Jagannath, and so many songs that glorify Lord Jagannath is there. But amongst them, this is considered to be a very nice bhajan, so which is often sung in all the temples where they have Jagannath deities. And now we have come here, so we should try to chant these prayers every day, right? So here we see that the first shloka is Kadachit Khalindi Tata Vipina Sangita Karavo Mudabiri Nari Vadana Kamala Swadana Madhupa Rama Shammu Brahma Pati Ganesh Harchita Pado Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume. So sometimes in greatness, Lord Jagannath makes a loud concert with his flute in the grooves of the bank of Yamuna. He is like a bumblebee, tasting the beautiful lotus-like faces of cowherd damsels of Braja, and great personalities such as Lakshmi, Shiva, Brahma, Indra and Ganesha worship his lotus feet. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. So this, in the train we were discussing this particular point, Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume, right? So we request the Lord that, please, I've come to this Dham, I've made myself available, and I'm begging you, please you be visible unto my eyes. You reveal yourself unto me. So this prayer is very nice that in every single stanza, this particular thing is asked for. Oh my Lord, please be merciful to me. Please become the object of my vision. Right? So it is a very nice prayer. So the Lord is like, one may think that, where is Jagannath finding Yamuna here? So Jagannath manages to find, and he, as such, it is Vrindavan. This place is Vrindavan at its best. So definitely all these things are there, and he is constantly in association or in thought of his dear devotees of Vrindavan, right? And then the next stanza says, in his left hand, Lord Jagannath holds a flute. On his head, he wears a peacock feather. And on his hips, he wears fine yellow silken clothes. It's all the description of Krishna. From the corner of his eyes, he bestows sidelong glances upon his loving devotees. And he always reveals himself through his pastimes in his divine abode of Vrindavan. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. So here we see that very nice description of the form of Lord Jagannath is given, and then again the prayer that O Lord, please become visible unto me. And then on the shore of the great ocean, within a large palace atop the brilliant golden Nilachal hill, Lord Jagannath resides with his powerful brother Balabhadra and his sister Subhadra, who sits between them. May that Jagannath Swami, who bestows the opportunity for devotional service upon all godly souls, be the object of my vision. Right? So here the Lord Jagannath gives opportunity for everybody to render service. Everybody can take darshan and everybody can honor prasadam. So one of the days, Jagannath Prasad is organized here, like in our menu itself, means rather than getting it from our Satyabhanu Prabhu, we are going to get it from Jagannath temple today, right? Today dinner prasadam, we are going to have the darshan of Lord Jagannath in the form of prasad, right? So Lord Jagannath Prasad. So this Lord Jagannath Prasad is very special. It is mentioned, I think the Sanatana Goswami mentions in his, I don't know, in which place, in which book, he mentions that this Jagannath Prasad, even if it is externally contaminated, whatever it may be the case, we should not consider it untouchable. We should always honor Jagannath Prasad. It is very, very special actually, Jagannath Prasad is. So it is much more than any other prasad that we have. So it is very important that we honor Jagannath Prasad with a lot of awe and reverence, and with a prayer again. Oh my Lord, please reveal yourself unto me in the form of prasad. Right? So otherwise we will Maya will cheat us by giving some external taste. We will not get the internal taste of prasad. Right? Okay. So Lord Jagannath is an ocean of mercy and is as beautiful as a row of blackish rain clouds. He is the storehouse of bliss for Lakshmi and Saraswati, and his face resembles a spotless, full-blown lotus. The best of the demigods and sages worship him, and the Upanishads sing his glories. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. When Lord Jagannath moves along the road on his Ratha Yatra car, at every step, large assemblies of Brahmanas loudly chant prayers and sing songs for his pleasure. Hearing their hymns, Lord Jagannath becomes very favorably disposed towards them. So now, how will you get the favor of Lord Jagannath? How will you get the favor of Lord Jagannath? Chant the prayers, right? So all the prayers that you have been taught of till now, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, or Jai Jai Jagannath, or Gauranga Karuna Karo. So whatever prayers you please offer to Lord Jagannath, and that is a way to actually attract him, right? And then Jai Radha Madhav. So whatever prayers please offer in front of Lord Jagannath. And in the coming days, we will also sing many bhajans of Jagannath. So please spend some time, memorizing them or going through them. In that way, when you go to the darshan of various temples, you can actually offer prayers to the Lord, bona fide prayers to the Lord. Hearing their hymns, Lord Jagannath becomes very favorably disposed towards them. He is the ocean of mercy and the true friend of all the worlds. May that Jagannath Swami, along with his consort Lakshmi, who was born from the ocean of nectar, be the object of my vision. Lord Jagannath, whose eyes resemble full-blown lotus petals, is the ornament on Lord Brahma's head. He resides on Nilachal hill with his lotus feet placed on the head of Anantadev. Overwhelmed by the mellow of love, he joyfully embraces Srimati Radharani's body, which is like a cool pond. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. I do not pray for a kingdom, nor for gold, rubies, or wealth. I do not ask for beautiful wife, as desired by all men. I simply pray that Jagannath Swami, whose glories Lord Shiva always sing, may be the constant object of my vision. Right? So, the acharyas are requesting us not to pray for promotion or hike and things like that and all here. So, better we pray for the devotion to the Supreme Lord, right? And then the Lord of demigods, please quickly remove this useless material existence I am undergoing. Rather the acharyas are telling please take away my job, please take away my bank balance. So I don't know how much guts we will have to offer this prayer. So, but then, O Lord of Yadus, please destroy this vast, shoreless ocean of sins. This is certain. Lord Jagannath bestows his lotus feet upon who feels themselves fallen and have no shelter in this world but him. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. So this is also very important. In the train we were discussing two very important aspects. In fact, three very important aspects that we need to unlock. The secret password to open the darshan of the Dham. So one is that to feel that I don't have any qualification, and I have only one qualification, that is the mercy of the Lord. Because Lord is all merciful, because of His mercy, I will be able to have darshan of Him. Because of His mercy, I'll be able to get some revelation about Himself, right? And then when we get some darshan of the Lord, we should immediately be grateful and we should offer prayers to the Lord, saying that, I'm very, very grateful to you, my Lord. I am so fallen, I am so sinful. I don't have any qualification to render service to you, but you are so merciful that you are giving me darshan in the form of Jagannath, you are giving me darshan in the form of prasad, and you are giving me darshan in the form of the nectar of your glories and also in the form of the holy name, right? So I am not qualified to receive all these things, but I am very grateful to you. You have given me all these wonderful things. So this is very important. So I'll just read this. Lord Jagannath bestow his lotus feet upon those who feel themselves fallen and have no shelter in this world but him. May that Jagannath Swami be the object of my vision. Even if we have arranged for some travels, some vehicle to go, or even if our legs are very healthy, they are able to walk, still we should feel that, it is not by my power I am going to take darshan of the Lord. I don't have any qualification or any strength, to have this darshan. It's only by the mercy of the Lord I will be able to get, right? So in this way, we should actually pray, to Lord Jagannath. And then finally, the Falastuti, of this, this one is that devoted and virtuous soul who recites these 8 verses, glorifying Lord Jagannath, becomes cleansed of all sins and duly proceeds to Lord Vishnu's abode. So this is the Jagannath Ashtakam prayer, right? So now it's 9:47. So I'll give the mic to Achyut Arjun Sakapavu for announcements. And in the end, if we have time, we can sing Jagannath Ashtakam today. Hariksetra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. So hope all of you are spiritually recharged and the yatra has begun. So hope all of you are very, very happy to be in this best, Vrindavan and its best, Sri Jagannath.